Werewolves Within is a June 25th, 2021 American mystery horror comedy, directed by Josh Rubin from a screenplay by Mishna Wolf. I don't know if she chooses her jobs, because her precedent work is wolf like me.
Coincidence? I think not!
Josh Rubin is more well known for those who consumed content on YouTube in 2010. Since he appeared in hundreds of videos on the popular channel College Humor. The film is based on the video game of the same name from Red Storm Entertainment. Careful! It's scary! The film is produced by Ubisoft, Werewolves Within being the second long feature adaptation after... Oh no. Let's see what an adaptation of a video game, that's an adaptation of a board game, that itself is an adaptation of a Russian social experiment. Man, that sounds bad. Fair on the big screen. Our story takes place in modern day Beaverfield, a small town in Vermont. And I say small. This is the whole goddamn town. How does this work? Like, how anything can stay open with a 14-person town? We follow Finn Wheeler, played by Sam Richardson, on his first day as new park ranger. He meets everyone with the help of Cecily Moore, the male woman?
Okay. Hi.
Played by Melana Vaitrub. The town is mostly composed of couples. We have Jeannie Sherman, the owner of the hotel.
Janine's husband met a woman at a bar and they ran off.
The charming mechanic couple of Gwen and Marcus. The weird-ass doggy couple of Pete DNZ and the crazy Trisha.
No, thank you.
Ranger Finn Wheeler, hey.
The neighborly hunter Emerson.
On my own fucking land. It's called freedom!
As long as you're not doing it on US forest.
The gay couple of Devon and Joachim.
You just put the mail on the marble table. Thank you.
And the absolutely normal human being, Dr. Ellis, biologist and definitely human.
Hi.
Finally, Sam Parker, a businessman, proposing a pipeline heavily dividing all of those characters. I personally don't know why it's so divisive. I find his concept beautiful, it's symmetrical, majestic. It even reminds me of something. When suddenly, Finn is awoken by a scream. Trisha's dog got eaten. Oh no. The power goes down, and the road is blocked. No time for panic. Let's fire up those generators and get breakfast going. Huh, that's strange. And we even find a corpse. And the missing husband, all at once. He's the corpse. With this new evolution, everyone's a suspect. And we enter a new narrative structure, the whodunit. A whodunit is a complex plot-driven variety of detective fiction in which the puzzle regarding who committed the crimes is the main focus. We, as the viewers, will be provided with clues to unearth the identity of the perpetrator before the story provides the revelation itself at its climax. We find out that the thing that ate the corpse and the dog are one of the same, all thanks to Dr. Ellis. Compare the two samples found on the two victims. So, who's better to hunt something than the hunter? Finn and Cecily pay him a visit and he's still a sweetheart.
No.
They don't come back empty-handed though. Because they find another clue. Trisha's dog collar, proving Emerson to be the culprit. Sure of their find, the entire village, again, how does this work? Being aware of the new danger, hunkers down. But something is lurking in the night. Pete gets greatly injured, and the Scooby Gang makes an head count for safety. And Dr. Ellis calmly says, The hairs do not match any canine in the database. It's a great discovery for science then. A new wolf species has been... With this new information arrive more suspicion. The hunter might be the dog killer, but the who just ate Pete's hand is definitely one of them. The only logical thing to do is
Fuck your house.
and they get picked off one by one in a somewhat inventive, somewhat funny hemoglobin explosion. We climax with a twist that I will keep for me and my dreams. The film's great, and a majority of critics agree with me. The humor is kind of childish, but never goes too much in the penis jokes. Just a tad, mostly reserved for the simpler characters, which fit their personality pretty well.
You had too much soda.
Actors did an amazing job, especially Milana, for those quick retorts.
You're good.
The use of fast cutaways, the abnormally fast deliveries, the comedy, the overplay. It looks and feels like Edgar Wright. Decorated director known for Scott Pilgrim Against the World, Baby Driver, or his famous Cornetto trilogy, compiling Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and The World's End. I think Werewolves Within not only owes a lot of his style to Hot Fuzz, but also its structure. Hot Fuzz centers on two police officers investigating in a series of mysterious and gruesome deaths. A new authority figure enters an isolated community. He makes a friend of the lovable, quirky coworker. Suddenly, weird deaths happen, and our unlikely duo investigate the extremely suspicious village people. The pacing is also quite similar to what Wright uses in comedies. The quick cuts that accentuate the cast character deliveries.
Weak. Also, there's a dead body under your porch.
And the overacting are all spot on. I've never played Werewolves Within because why would you? It's not like there's a hole in the market there. But I've played the board game and the lore depth is shallow. A village of humans gets hunted by werewolves that hides amongst them. Add special classes like hunters, witches, and little girls. And that's it. To stretch a game that takes 30 minutes max to a cool and refreshing 90 and make it entertaining is an exploit. There's a tension release at the start of the third act, before the purge, which ends up cutting any scares you might have during the film. Otherwise, the source material is used to its maximum and taken with utmost respect. Some had problems with the political underside of its characters.
It's Antifa.
Which is horseshit.
It's true that some couples are most likely written to be guns-wearing proud Americans,
Rifle, if that would be helpful.
and the others are rich environment-loving snobs.
Gun, no gun.
All of them divided by a political figure with a controversial infrastructure project. Taking in Josh's history in content creation, I don't really subscribe to the idea that this film is politically charged. After all, Werewolf is a role-playing game, so why not take it on the same step as Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Amongst Thieves, where characters are super cliché and don't strive outside their characters' tropes, purposefully, to give another dimension to the story. And just like it, Werewolves Within portrays character being impersonated by people, like caricatures.
The movie translates that by making you feel like you're playing a guessing game with a group of strangers you don't like, who are all broad stereotypes.
Personalities pushed to the extreme.
No, I'm not a creep.
Like Ruben and his friends did for college humor.
I do the seagull.
Screaming.
Everyone's white or black, no nuances, to accentuate that feeling that we are witnessing people role-playing a game. So, with an IP as well known as Werewolf or Mafia offering a quality product like this, it must have been a success. Right? Right? The entire production cost $6 million. For reference, adjusted for today, Hot Fuzz had a minimum budget of $16 million. $6 million for a movie today is nothing, and it should not look like this. Thumbs up to Josh, the college humor ingenuity paid off. There is no extravagances, we don't see insane amount of body horror, the appropriate use of special effects, and knowing where to cut. This way of adapting budget and problems on the spot is the result from experience on YouTube.
Circle. Circle. Keep circling.
And it gives a very personal feel to the production. Werewolves Within had a box office of $990,000, and it stayed in theaters for only 2 weeks before starting airing out in iTunes Store, where Josh Rubin and every single person working on the movie got robbed of a financial success. All of this for one tiny reason.